And I will start with you, Mr. Snell. Can you give me one last word, sir?
Reflection.
Reflection, he says. All
Reflection. Yeah, just take I just encourage everyone to just take a moment to just reflect on what God has done for you in your life. I think that's the most important. I think that's a habit we need to start developing. It's just reflecting on what He's done for us as individuals. For me, my testimony, I'm not going to go into depth, but just looking back on what's going through in my life personally and reflecting what God's done for me. I just can't say enough, but just thanking Him. So definitely reflection.
Okay, I like that. Mr. Swinton, one last word from you, sir.
All right, I feel like everybody's going to get real deep here, so I'm going to keep my word lighthearted and the gambling addict that I am. Said it on the other show. My word is touchback. The very first kickoff will not be a touchback. There's a reason behind it. The ball that's used for the opening kickoff of the Super Bowl goes straight to Canton after it's used. So it is not a worn down, used ball where the kickers can kind of break it in. It is straight out of the box, kicked, and then straight back into the box. So it's harder to kick. 18 of the last 20 Super Bowls were not a touchback. And you can bet on that. It's got good odds. So anybody that's a gambling person, go bet that there will not be a touchback on the opening kickoff.
Well, I kind of like that. I'm going to have to look for that one on my card and see if that's there. I like that. Mr. Wills, one last word from you, sir.
My last word is going to be baseball.
Okay, not a surprise, but all right. Oh, no, I guess.
One football game left. As soon as that's over.
Baseball.
Should be spring training time.
Yes.
And the lockdown, let's play some ball.
You know what? I can't argue with. As a baseball fan, I cannot argue with you, sir. I agree. I'm hoping, like you said, once football ends, man, I'm in full baseball mode. And I'm hoping we get spring training going here so we can get this baseball season started the right way.
Sir.
Mr. Handy, one last word from you, sir.
My word for the day is laughter. I love to laugh. I'm a huge fan of comedy. One of the biggest things
I couldn't tell.
I know, right?
Do not get me started today. I said I wasn't coming. I wasn't doing the show. Don't get me started, boo-boo, because we will be here all day because this is the most wonderfulest, beautifulest, nastiest, dirtiest, wonderfulest show in the world. You can come on and make predictions and get Nick's picks, or you could have Nate guarantee that he's not going to eat a chicken wing. Either way.
Anyway, laughter. See, my whole point, like, my whole point is, like, just to give you a quick story, I went to the convenience store around the corner from my house last night just to pick up a couple of sodas and some things. And the two guys were in there working or whatever and didn't know either one of them. And, we got to talking about Batman. And the next thing you know, we were talking and joking and laughing and doing Batman. They were both a little younger than me. So I was like, so what did you guys think about Adam West? And they were like, who? I was like, okay, you guys are definitely too young to understand what I'm talking about. Right, but they didn't get it, but they both claim to be Batman fans. But we just wound up joking and laughing and having a good time about it. And these are two guys that I didn't even know. And by the end of my visit, I gave them I was like, yo, I better go for the white center, the bat signal, because a 5-minute trip turned into a half-hour roast session with two guys I didn't even know. So it's always sometimes it's just good to just forget about what's going on in the world around you. I know it's hard with all the stuff going on around you, and just take a couple of minutes. If it's something that's funny, just take a minute to enjoy that moment and laugh about it. And I guarantee you, I have been today has been the best work day I have had in weeks, just because of that little encounter last night.
Okay, nice. Delilah, one last word from you, my dear.
All right. That was my turn. No, so basically, for me, like one of the most inspirational people for me has always been Mr. Rogers.
Okay.
Just, I don't know, he was always like the kindest, gentlest like man ever, and I'm lucky that I was one. Like people like him don't really exist anymore in children broadcasting. But not just that's just the way he spoke to everyone, right? And so there's something that he said that I agree with. All of us at some time or other need help, whether we're giving or receiving help. Each one of us has something valuable to bring to this world. That's one of the things that connects us as neighbors. In our own way, each one of us is a giver and a receiver. And so I know there's a lot of darkness, but I feel like there's more light out there, and I kind of agree with it, right? We're all giver and receivers, right? It's all reciprocal, and each of us has something to give and receive. And I think if we all thought more in that way, we would be more neighborly, right? And so, yeah, so I'm ending with Mr. Rogers.
Oh, awesome. Real quickly, my last word, maybe just a couple words, but I was reminded this week of just how you could find what's the word I'm looking for? Just, you find simpatico with someone, I guess is the word I'm looking for, where you find someone going through a similar thing that you are. And I think that was reminded this week of just how you never know, just by bringing something up or talking to someone can really spark a great conversation. And that happened to me this week with a friend of mine that I've known for a while. And, she's a married, don't get the wrong idea, she's a married woman, my age. We've known each other for a while, and just being able to talk to each other about certain things that we're both going through at this stage in our lives. And it's amazing how I'm a single man, she's a married woman, but the things that we were going through are very similar in nature, just in thought process and that sort of thing. So it was kind of nice to just have a conversation with her and just kind of get some of this stuff out where she understood where I was coming from. I understood where she was coming from. And I think just talking to each other, being able to at least engage in conversation has always been something I've enjoyed doing. And I think this is something for us to remember. You never know who could be going through something similar or could be going through something that your word is encouraging to them, their word is encouraging to you, and that sort of thing. So I would just encourage people to talk more, I guess is what I'm trying to say with that. And on that note, let's get all of our plugs out of the way. Sydney, you got anything coming up this week? You got anything going on?
Me and Sean are going to do the Let's Talk Football Presents on Friday.
Okay.
Yep. It's usually around 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, okay.
Just a little
Bobby, you got anything? I'm sorry. I'm glad you finished.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
All right. I was like, I'm chilling right here. If you guys need me, I'll be around. Here we go. Yes. Mr. Handy, what you got going on this week?
Tomorrow night, myself, Colin, and I will be hosting season 2, episode 2 of This Week in SEC Football. Right. We're going to be picking apart some things. This total fiasco that's the dumpster fire that's going on in Auburn right now. Yeah, and Jimbo Fisher getting in his feelings because somebody called him out on NIL. But we won't talk. But we're not gonna give it all away. So stay tuned. Y'all come check us out tomorrow evening, 6:30 Central Time. We will be we'll be on YouTube and This Week in SEC on the This Week in SEC page.
Gotcha. Nate Dogg, how are we doing?
Yes, sir. I got an episode coming out tonight at around 10:45.
Mr. Late Night.
Yeah, I got this episode and then Friday's episode. That's going to be the end of season 5. So in that episode, for tonight's episode, I'm just going to do part 1 of the preview for the Super Bowl. The Wizards are trash, so I have to painfully talk about those games. And I've been, again, this new league, Athletes Unlimited Basketball. It's been really good. We're now at week 3 in the WNBA.
Oh, so very good, sir. I like it. Delilah, of course, where are we going to see you, my dear?
Woo, Thursday, Ladies Takeover. Woo, where my co-host is commenting in the comments. Well, they both are. It's just Kate comes up as Facebook user. But Ash and,
Kate has no name, but Ash is always there, right?
Ash and Kate are both in there. And so, so we're on a little earlier because half of us are teachers that are on the cast. So, and Kate works all day, so we try to do an earlier show. So we're on at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern, and then 4:30 Arizona time.
All right, for now. Sounds great.
I'm ready for now.
For those of you who aren't aware, who do watch us outside of this, we got Delilah and I in Chicago. Mr. Handy is now residing in Oklahoma. Mr. Wills is in Virginia. Sydney and Ash are in Arizona. And Nate, you're in Maryland, correct?
Yes, sir.
and then Mr. Spencer's in Virginia as well. So we're all scattered throughout this fine 48 contiguous states. So
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
We got the different time zones working. We got all kind of stuff. So, yeah, somewhere early, somewhere late, and all that fine stuff. But, again, thank you
today,
again.
Only lady, Thursday, there'll be 4 of us, maybe 5. Maybe we can talk her into it again.
Right, there you
Kat,
go.
if you're watching, we love you.
So that's where you can catch everyone this week. Again, I want to thank everyone for watching. I appreciate all of you, but of course our guests this week, Sydney, Bobby, Nathan as always, Sean, and then of course my lovely co-hosts on this Tuesday adventure, Delilah and Mr. Handy. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great week. Let's watch the Super Bowl. Hopefully next week when we do our wrap-up show, we'll have a lot to talk about. So thank you very much. Have a great week, and look for the Let's Talk Football. All of us are around somewhere. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you.
Adios.
Have a good night, y'all.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. The lion.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.